Hey kid, you want some rumors? Come here, come on in. We got some good stuff to talk about today. You said, hey, I want iPhone 13. We got that. You said, where's the new iPad Pro? We got that. You want more iPhone 13? We got that too. Hey, what's up, guys? It's your friendly neighborhood bad boy coming at you with another video. So, let me just turn that frown upside down. We got a lot to talk about today. Hope you guys are doing well. Drop a like if you are excited. Of course, hit subscribe so you always stay up to date on the latest Apple news so you don't miss a beat. Hit that subscribe button, turn on that bell. Let's go ahead and jump in. And it wouldn't be an iUpdate video without some fun, so let's get our first attendee down to spin the wheel, which is me. Let's see what story's up first today. It's looking like iPhone 13. Let's get a round of applause for iPhone 13. Thank you guys for joining today. Okay, so iPhone 13. What's happening with it? You guys might have noticed that things get weird with rumors sometimes. Like, obviously, I pay attention to this stuff because, it's my job. But also, you might have noticed, hey, why have I not seen YouTubers talking about iPhone 13 for, 4 weeks. Number one, it's because we've been talking about the March and April event, obviously, where there will not be an iPhone because that's coming sometime in the second half of this year. And more importantly, number two, because there's been nothing. I don't know how rumors work this way, but nobody's heard a word about the iPhone 13. Not a peep. Nada, nothing. We've heard nothing about the iPhone 13 until things started popping off just recently. And just to quickly recap what we're hearing for the iPhone 13, because everything has been so sporadic, we're hearing the same sizes as 2020, but with a smaller notch, maybe a portless design, and of course USB-C is not coming. Under the brand new 120Hz display that could be always on, we're also going to be getting an under-display Touch ID sensor, and maybe larger batteries, 1TB of storage, Wi-Fi 6E. That's essentially where we're at right now. So obviously it's sounding more like an S year, and that's because it's going to be an S year. It's going to be the iPhone 12s. But if you're wondering, you're like, why does everybody call it the iPhone 13? Mac Rumors, 95 Mac, Apple Track, all the big shooters on the court. Everybody keeps saying iPhone 13. For those of you wondering why everyone keeps saying iPhone 13, just go to Google Trends and do a comparison for searches between iPhone 12s and iPhone 13. And I would say it comes pretty clear pretty quickly. There'd be no results on the videos. Over the past 48 hours, though, we've gotten some really good news for the iPhone 13. First of all, for the notch. We have our first ever images of what the notch design could be. John Prosser claimed to have given us our first look of this, which was essentially just the same width as the existing notch, but moved up a bit, claiming that sources said Apple was going to go in this direction. But Mac Rumors clapped back today with some images provided to them by an iPhone repair company from Greece, and they said it's actually going to be more like this. Which brings us back to square one, because we have been arguing over this notch design forever, but personally, I actually like this new design better, this freshest one that's a little bit skinnier than normal. It looks about half as skinny with the earpiece moved up to the very top of the bezel, and then everything else just kind of squished together. We've seen schematics of this, basically. Apple's been testing it. There's no question that they've explored it. It just sounded like they decided to go in a different direction. But this looks really great to me. It's subtle, it's nice, and it just feels better than the other notch. Rather than having the stuff halfway between the bezel and the screen on the shorter notch design, this just feels better. I like the speaker being moved up a little bit, and I think it looks hot. I think it still looks like a notch if Apple wants the recognizability of a notch on an iPhone without completely eliminating it, even though that is truthfully what I want, while also giving us more screen real estate. Of course, it's well, why do you want a smaller notch? Because then we just get more screen. There's not this black bar covering up half of our display. I'm exaggerating, I know. I just want to see some improvement of the notch, and it's cool that this early on, in just the end of March 2021, months ahead of the phone's launching, we've already got these images, and to me, these look great. I hope that we consistently hear this design is coming because it's just so much better. And as always, a huge shout out to Renders by Ian for working with me on these renders. We visualized what it would look like outside of just this leak because it's fun to see what it would look like on an actual iPhone 13. And here it is. I'll leave a link to Ian's stuff down below. Dude's super talented, and it really made this whole thing come to life. And I love it even more. It was also great that we got to hear when the iPhone 13 was coming. I mean, if there's one question that anybody asks me on the street, if I mention I'm a YouTuber that does Apple stuff, it's always, when is the new iPhone is coming? And I'm like, man, you guys gotta get better at asking questions because it's September every year. I mean, 2011, 2012, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, okay, well, it didn't happen in 2020. I know the iPhone didn't come in September for the first time in 9 years. It was really weird. I don't know why. Because production and the virus and everything was going bad. Yeah, that's why it didn't happen. But Apple is apparently back on schedule this year, and we will be seeing the new iPhones in September 2021. But the folks over at Wedbush Securities actually took it a step further and gave us the exact week. They say in the 3rd week of September, we will be seeing these iPhones. Now, here's the fun thing. Let's go to the calendar. Let's go to September. Okay, well, here's the thing. Let's pull up the map of September right now. Well, here's the thing. It starts on a Wednesday. So are you saying the week of September 13th? Because that is technically the 3rd calendar week of September. Or are you talking the 3rd full week of September, the week of the 20th? If I had to bet, I would say we'll probably see the event on September 14th this year. I know, wild that I'm making this prediction now. So get out your phone, start scheduling off work for the week of the 13th or the 20th, or just the whole year. Why don't you take off the whole year? You've been working hard. You deserve a break. So we will be seeing it then. Now, of course, things can change, and Wedbush even says in the report, they're like, hey, if certain tweaks take a little bit longer, it could be pushed back, and some models may not be coming out until at least early October. But I think we're probably going to see, we will see an iPhone in September this year. We will see at least one iPhone model in September just because there's no pandemic anymore. I mean, it's slowing down. People are getting their shots. I'm going to get mine soon. So, I mean, it's going to be kind of back to normal. Isn't that weird to say the concept of normal again for the first time in a year? Kind of feels good. Yeah, what this guy's not going to tell you is he doesn't use protection. What, have you been like looking through my trash can or something? Jeez. When he's online. Oh. See, I know you guys know what a VPN is. You know it makes you a little bit safer. You also know there's a lot of VPN companies out there that do a lot of sketchy stuff, that log your data and sell it, that literally defeats the point. That's why I partnered up with the guys over at WeVPN, who are literally veterans that came from those other companies to make one of the best, fastest, and most secure options on the market. That's WeVPN. For only $3 a month on a yearly plan, you get access to all their premium features, a choice of over 50 server locations, and yeah, you can even use WeVPN to unblock most streaming services, such as Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, BBC iPlayer, and tons more. Right now, they're offering 62% off a 1-year plan. They're throwing in an additional month for free when you use the link down below, wevpn.com/iupdate. So my challenge to you is this. There are a million options out there. You might even be using a VPN right now. But if you like what I do here on YouTube and you trust me, head down below the description, click on that link, and give WeVPN a try today. But the new product we're seeing for sure within like the next couple of weeks now is the new iPad Pro. I mean, we've heard it from everybody that, Minchiko says production starting in April, Digitime says April, John Prosser has said April for this iPad Pro, and now Bloomberg's Mark Gurman, who is the highest rated source for the rumor capita, he's got like 300 leaks and is 90% accurate. Gurman also said it is coming in April as well, but also shared a couple of other tidbits about this device, again confirming that it's going to be as powerful as the M1, which coincidentally 9to5Mac has now found evidence for. In the latest iOS 14.5 beta, apparently Apple has given references to a new CPU that is the A14X processor, and it's built off the same foundation as the M1. So essentially, we have confirmation from Apple in software that this new processor is going to be like just as fast or on par with the M1 processor. So next iPad Pro is going to be like the M1 Max. Crazy powerful, crazy efficient. I bet we could see a jump in battery life of above 10 hours. Apple's always said 10 hours for the iPad battery. I bet I could go up with this new chip. But also in Gurman's latest report, we hear a couple of details that we have not heard anywhere else. Me, I've been thinking like, what are the actual upgrades for this iPad? Mini LED on the 12.9-inch model, 5G on all models. Personally, I don't know if that's enough for the upgrade, and now we've heard that the cameras are also getting better. I know this is all what we wanted, right? We care about the cameras. I don't really care about the cameras, but it is happening, so if you wanted the best iPad with camera, I mean, that's just something they throw in there to make the specs page longer. Nobody actually uses the iPad cameras. I still kind of don't understand why LiDAR, it was on. It just seems kind of useless. I don't use it on my, I use it on my iPhone way more than on my iPad. Also, the USB-C port is getting upgraded. It's going to Lightning again. No, I'm just playing with you. It is not going back to Lightning. Thank God, because that would kind of ruin everything. The USB-C port, though, is going to be getting Thunderbolt functionality. So the data transfer rates are going to skyrocket generation over generation. And you guessed it, make this iPad Pro feel way more like a viable computer, because data transfer rates, when you're putting stuff from hard drives to iPads to computers back to hard drives, it's really, really important. And Apple is again getting this iPad closer basically to the M1 Max. I mean, hearing the processor is going to be like the M1 Max, the data rate's going to be similar to the M1 Max. The functionality on iPad OS is always somewhat comparable. Could this be when we see Final Cut and Logic launch on the iPad with the A14X. I don't know, but I mean, hey, John Prosser did say we would be seeing it sometime within the next year, and time is running out from when he tweeted that. Like, he's only got a couple months left. He said for sure Final Cut coming on this iPad and iPadOS in general. So apparently it's coming. That would be the thing this year to seal the deal for the iPad upgrade, because I still like see all these upgrades. They're nice, but what's going to be the big takeaway here? And I don't know if that's been revealed just yet. We're gonna ride out, because that's the last story. We're just gonna ride out to the ambulance that loves to come by the apartment all the time. All right, hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, drop a like down below, and of course hit that subscribe button. Show we VPN some love. Link is down below. I've been Sam, and I will talk to you all in my next video. Peace.